Hey guys, trying to figure this out. I tried going live from my laptop, but it's not working. Anybody there? Trying my best to get this to work. I'm here in my patio. I have Ebby here. I hope I don't get bitten by mosquitoes. I normally am inside of the house probably at this hour. Hi, how's it going? Sorry it took me a couple minutes late. I was trying to do my live stream from my MacBook Pro, but it's giving me problems. But I'm here, Evie's here, and I'm here in the patio. So thank you guys for joining me for my second live. I tried, hi, yeah, Evie's here, she's hanging out. She's probably wondering what are we doing outside at this hour right now. But thanks for hopping on, and I tried to do the live this time with more advanced notice and also at a different time so that hopefully other people from the opposite side of the world can also join the live as well. So I'm here in the patio and I have a bunch of succulents that I would like to take care of in today's video, and it's kind of, it can be fun, and it also can be a task that maybe you just kind of push off on the side because you rather maybe deal with planting up a new plant. But I'm going to be propagating some of my succulents, and I'm going to be doing these little projects on my lives in the upcoming future. And I would like to try to do these lives once a week, and I'll try different times, but I really like this time of night because it's very relaxing. I can sit down with my cup of tea, and it's a different ambiance at this hour. I normally do not film this late, so it's nice to share this space in the nighttime setting. So I'm going to be working with a few succulents that look kind of crazy, and all of you and whoever watched this video after it goes live, it'll be a video on my channel, so you can always go back to the video and rewatch it if you want to hang out with me. You can sit down with your favorite drink, you can bring out your plant projects, and we can hang out together. I spend my own money on my plants, so I definitely try my best to save my plants. If they start looking not the greatest, I'll try to propagate them, fix them up, and stick them in the greenhouse and try to nurse them back to health. And eventually I would like to have them come back out to do, hi, I would like to have them come back out for an upcoming spring tour, summer tour, fall tour. So with that being said, please do not throw away your plants. If it's looking sad, do not throw them out. Save them, try to propagate them. And the cool things with succulents is that if you get a plant, especially like if you're planting on a budget, there is room to grow your collection, whether it's trading a few cuttings. You don't have to necessarily trade a whole plant. You can still keep your mother plant. I share that a lot on my channel, being able to share plants and do plant trading. Hi honey, you want to say hi to everybody? She's wondering like what's going on. So here's Ebby. She's going to get groomed on Tuesday here in Los Angeles because we didn't get to go to Vegas for Easter weekend for work, and she was supposed to get groomed that weekend. So you're gonna get groomed on Tuesday, and we are heading back to Las Vegas at the end of the month. So I have a lot of things that I want to try to take care of. I would like to film my spring plant tour before I leave, and you guys get to enjoy that in the future. So I'm here with a bunch of succulents, and this is a tray. Hi, thanks for joining me on another live. So I have this tray. It's a huge tray. It's been following me wherever I live for several years now. And the cool thing about this tray is it helps me with propagation. I can maybe share a photo maybe on my Instagram stories of what this tray looked like maybe 4 or 5 years ago in Las Vegas. I was crazy with propagating, and so that's what I want to use the tray for in today's video. Yeah, so that's Kira in Las Vegas, my bestie. Hi Kira, thanks for hanging out. Yes, we found this at Home Goods. We love Home Goods. So you can catch us on the vlog channel doing all these crazy adventures. And so go in your Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Targets, your department stores, and look at the clearance section, the kitchen section, and look for things that you can use for planting. So you necessarily won't find this in the garden section or at a garden center. I found this at my department store and I'm using it for propagation. So yes, thrifting too. Yes, I miss Home Goods. So hopefully Kira and I can go back to Home Goods and get some planters and some things for propagation. So let's get started. I also have my spray bottle here too. Ebby's, come here honey, come. You can't be barking, but I have something for you. I came prepared, guys, because she doesn't know what it's like to chill out and be quiet if mommy's doing a live. So you're gonna sit down, okay? Relax. If she hears a squirrel in the tree, she'll run and she'll like bark up in the tree. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I got Kira in Las Vegas on this live. I got my mom in Las Vegas on my live. I got my grandma out in Hilo, Hawaii on my live. And probably my auntie also in Hilo on the live. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. And she's she's probably fixated. No honey, you can't get more treats in a second, okay? All right, so let's get started, and I'll try to do as much as I can in the next 45 minutes. Okay. Hi everybody. If you can also say in the chat what city, state, country you're currently in right now, so that I can see who was able to hop on the live wherever you are. I know there might be some people also sleeping currently right now, and then you can watch the live after this is over, and it'll be on the channel for you to keep viewing for plant inspiration. So this is an Echeveria, a very old one, and yay! This Echeveria has been with me now for 5 years. It used to live in my owl planter, and I felt so sad to do anything. Hey Arizona, hey Scotland, Texas, cool, Boston, very fun. So I hope you guys are drinking your favorite drink, whether it's tea, whether it's a cup of wine, whatever floats your boat. And just come hang out with me if you want to propagate your succulents too that you just kind of been pushing on the side, because it's not a new plant and you kind of just push it off to the side. This is the time to do it, and it's nice and cozy in the patio. I feel bad every time I like have to cut apart a plant or take apart a plant, because I feel like I'm chopping off their legs and arms. Let me know if you guys feel the same way about that, but not today. We're going to give this Echeveria that fell apart new life. Hi! Hi everybody. So there's no right or wrong way, you know. You can do old school and you can take apart the succulent, let it callus over, let it lay down in soil. It'll grow a new pup. I mean, a couple years ago in Las Vegas, I was crazy. You can ask Kira. I would get all my thrifted spice jars. In fact, Kira has some for me right now because she went through her spice cabinet, and I would stick the succulents inside of the propagation bottles because I really enjoy seeing the water roots. So it's kind of interesting how you can propagate a succulent on soil and in water, but then it can't be overwatered in soil. I always think that's interesting. So I'm just gonna take it apart, and usually when I get to the top part of the plant, sometimes it's salvageable where you can just snip it and then keep the top part and then propagate the rest. But I'll go through whatever I have here and make my decisions. and I would like to get as much done tonight on this live, because I feel like if I don't do it now, when will I do it? I'm always like pushing these little projects on the side, which is so sad, because I remember buying this 4 or 5 years ago, and I would hate to see this plant go to waste. So the cool thing about propagation is that you can get more babies, right? Okay, so if you are planting on a budget and you don't want to spend a lot of money on plants, and if you're into succulents, you can buy one plant and you can propagate it and get many more. And the cool thing is you can also trade this way too, and you can take from the bottom where it doesn't really necessarily hurt the look of the plant. And it's just a fun way to help each other's collection if you have a little circle of plant friends in your city. And I know my grandma, she would probably say, oh, let's try to save this and see if something would come back up, but I'm going to toss this. It served its purpose. And I see a little baby here, so I'm gonna, oh, and a little one here, look at that. So I'll try to save that. I have my pruning scissors. And say for instance, if a part of the plant falls apart, I let it callus over and I just stick it in the planter just underneath the mother plant so that I don't lose the babies, and I know exactly what the mother plant is, and eventually it grows a new pup and it'll like fill up that spot in the planter. So I'm gonna try my best to put them in an order where I kind of know what the mother plant looked like, and I'll keep you guys updated, maybe in a future live. Maybe in a future live I can, oh, in fact, Kira, you can you wanted to actually, you have a cactus that's in bloom. I know that you were looking to have somebody adopt, and it's in bloom right now, and I really want to preserve those blooms. So when I get there at the end of the month, hopefully something in your collection is blooming that I can save. Okay, so I got my tools here. Let's take a cup. Let's take a couple sips here. I think the little munchkin is quiet somewhere in the studio. Can you guys hear the fountain? Are you guys there? This is my 3rd cup of Egyptian tea. If you guys watch the vlog channel, you know I have a thing for Egyptian tea. Okay, so if you look here, yeah, Kira has a big one that is like in bloom right now. Super cool. So if you see right here, I'm gonna snip here so that I don't ruin the pup, and then same thing for here too. So I'm gonna snip here, snip here, snip here. 4 snips. Okay. Yeah, I love my fountain. You know what? Now the weather is warmer. I have to fill it up almost every day or every other day. So tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm gonna fill it up because it's like half filled right now. It would be streaming a little bit louder if it was filled to the top, but it was super sunny. So but you know what? The cool thing about this fountain and my space is that I can hear the fountain literally from anywhere in my studio, whether it's in my bathroom, in my closet. I can hear the fountain, and I love it a lot. I know some people who walk in their neighborhood and start taking succulents from people's gardens. I'm not gonna say anything, but here's the pup that I was able to save. Look at it, it is so cute. So the plant lives on, and again, I probably had this sitting around, just kind of pushed off to the side for a month. So I'm like, no, we're gonna do this on the live tonight. And I can also read the comments too while we take care of this. So look at that. All right, so we have a fair amount of babies I was able to take. So let's get rid of this. And then I have this whole row here, if you can see, with beautiful, hopeful babies to pop out soon. And on my future lives, when I start seeing some activity, then we can do an update. By the way, how do I look in the dark? Do I look the same compared to like during the day when I usually film? I'm sure I look funny. I had a long day. Yeah, I had a long day. I had edited 2 videos for the vlog channel for next weekend, and I was up early in the morning because I had to teach a client. Is everybody okay over there? Can you guys let me know in your cities? I love Egyptian tea. I love Egyptian tea. So this is evaporated milk, Egyptian Lipton yellow label tea, and sugar. So this is how they drink tea in Egypt. Literally, it is one of my favorite teas. That, milk tea in Singapore, and milk tea in Nepal. Those are my top 3 teas I've ever drank that I can drink every day that I visit around the world. So cheers to that. Oh, composting. I can think about that. Problem is I have so much projects, and my collection is so huge, and it's a lot of work to take care of. And with me doing daily uploads, if I do anything extra, I think I'll be overwhelmed. So let me know if in your cities right now, like what's the situation with your lockdown, like social isolation, distancing. Is everybody's city open, or is it semi-open? Here in Los Angeles and Santa Monica, we can go to the beach now just to exercise. You can't sit. You can swim, you can walk, and that's about it. And the hiking trails are open. I haven't gone hiking with Ebby. I will go to the beach with Ebby this Monday morning at 8 a.m. And yeah, so as far as for Las Vegas, social distance dining is open, so my job there is open, so I'll be dancing towards the end of the month. So it's an interesting time. And our restaurant Dirty Fork in Las Vegas, if you guys are in Las Vegas, support local businesses. Our restaurant is open. And yeah, I'm getting into resin, guys, and silica gel. Stay tuned. I'm totally beginners, and I'm documenting my journeys to preserve my blooms that come into my space. I'm not going out to buy plants specifically for the blooms. It's just whatever I have that blooms on me, I'm going to be able to save. And stay tuned for the end of this live, because I'm going to show you what my Hoya multiflora looks like. It is blooming, and the blooms are slightly different from Hoya Bella and Hoya compacta. And I am going to be preserving those blooms. Maybe I'll do that in the next live. So that'll be fun. All right, so here's another wild and crazy baby. And this is probably like 5 years old. Now, I could keep... Yes. And also, I do upcycle everything that's glass that comes through my space that I use for propagation, and any kind of boxes or plastic bags I upcycle and use it to ship out plants. So I try my best, but I know for sure Japan is #1 when it comes to being very, very strict with recycling and all of that. I mean, when I was in Japan, you have a bin for every single thing, and I love that a lot. Open everything on Monday, but no. Okay, and here in Los Angeles, you are required to wear a mask anytime you step out of the house. But when I walk Ebby, and you guys see on the vlog, when I take her for a walk in the neighborhood, I don't use a mask. Hopefully nobody clocks me for that. I just kind of like stay away from if I pass somebody in the neighborhood. So half of this mother plant I gave to Sonia, and I'm kind of interested to see how she's going to style it. Now, the interesting thing is I could kind of keep it like this and kind of have it be whimsical and hanging out of a planter, but not today. There's some pups already that has just been doing its thing in the planter. And the things like sedums and stuff like that. Okay. Hey Carmen, how are you? How's your dog? Nice to see you on the live. Hope planting is going well in Arizona. Haven't been to Arizona for a very long time. This fall, I think we'll make 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. So I have, like, take a look at this. Look at this. A little baby already. So this is what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna get my yeah, Evie definitely needs a haircut. She's like a quarantine dog right now, looking sad and crazy like a homeless dog. Every time I vlog her, I'm like, where are your eyes, Evie? But Tuesday she's gonna get glammed, and hopefully the groomers in my neighborhood 1 mile down the street is going to be pretty decent, because she gets groomed in Vegas, and I'm getting my nails done at the end of the month in Vegas. Nail salons and hair salons are not open in Los Angeles, so my nail shop in Vegas, I will see him at the end of the month, and I'll have my nails. And if you watch my vlog channel, I think one of these videos soon that's gonna pop up on the vlog channel, you're gonna see me filing off my gels myself. So I miss having pretty nails. So what I'm gonna do is, in a situation like this, you see this section right here? Okay, that's good. Just, you know, I think at this point, and I don't want to get political. I don't like getting into drama and politics and religion on my channel, because I love all religions. Even if I'm Christian, I love all cultures and I respect all religions, and I don't want to be any drama or talk about religion and politics and all of that. But what I will say is that we just have to learn to live with it, right? So yeah, so with that being said, when you go out, just think of yourself and think of others, and just be safe out there. So yeah, my dog is kind of crazy right now, her hair, poor thing. Okay, so you see this section right here, guys? I'm gonna keep this because it looks pretty nice. Hi honey, you okay? You She's like, Mom, what are you doing talking to your phone? Okay, so I'm just gonna go in right here and I'm gonna snip here. So this is a nice section. Take a look at this. And then I am going to take this off and I'll propagate this. We'll just line it up in the line. And then I will get a little planter and then I'll stick them all in carefully. It's, you know, sedums, sometimes echeverrias, those guys, they will fall apart. If you plant them, find a nice planter and leave them alone, because if they ever get moved or anything like that, they'll start falling apart and they'll look so ridiculously. And then like you're gonna like try to have to turn the planter, like, oh, which side is the best side? And we'll do that. I'll do like my burro's tail and donkey's tail on a separate video, like fixing them up. So if you guys get that plant or have that plant, I hope you have it in a planter that you're just gonna keep it there for its entire life, because it's one of those things where you're just gonna let it trail and do its thing and don't touch it or move it. Okay, here's another section. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. So I think I'm gonna clip here. And let me know in the comments down below, guys, if you enjoy these casual lives where I do little projects like this and hang out with you guys. And it's also fun to see the space at night and also to be able to see what you guys are up to. And you guys can do some planting with me too if you have any projects. So I'm just taking these out. And okay, my mom wants me to bring more jade from my tree. I will. See, yeah, the burro's tail, donkey's tail. I mean, if you touch that thing, it just starts falling apart. Oh my gosh, it's stressful. So yeah, if you get that plant planted up, don't touch it. Put it in its forever home and let it do its thing. But if you touch it or knock it, it starts falling apart, and then it starts losing the wow factor. I will try different times to do more lives at different hours to see which is a kind of sweet spot time for everybody to hop on here, at least watch it in real time. This is funny. And then you guys can always watch it in the upcoming days if you need me to hang out with you while you do your plant projects. And next time my grandma is here, I would like to say maybe she'll come up for Christmas. Hopefully everything maybe might start looking a little safer or anything. It'd be nice for her to also come on the live. I know she's watching now. So here's another one. This plant is getting a makeover, and maybe I'll have a full pot that doesn't look crazy, right? Is anybody drinking anything with me right now so I can cheers you? Anybody have any pets? Dogs, cats, birds, fishes? Growing up, I always had okay, water. I'm down for that. Grab your favorite drink and come hang out with me and take care of your plants. This is the cool thing about plant life, is it's a universal thing. Yay! I'm so glad. Yeah, it's you know, I know you guys get a video every day, so I do spoil you guys with video every day, and I don't even know how long I've been doing daily videos. And the behind the scenes of being able to make these daily videos. Hey, yay! Hey, Grandma! That's probably my auntie maybe helping her message. Grandma's on the live! Oh my goodness, give this live a thumbs up. I know that's what Grandma would say. She's tuning in from Hilo, Hawaii. Yay! And the masks are arriving on Wednesday. On Wednesday, Grandma has been sewing up like crazy. I'm so excited to see the mask, to wear the mask, to represent plant life on my face, and made with love. So I will be showing the mask on hopefully this week's check-in. I'm gonna wait to film that. It's supposed to be here Wednesday, so I'll film and edit the video for Thursday and show you the different prints and stuff like that. And I would like to fundraise for my grandma to be able to hopefully pay for her rent at least 1 month. That'd be super cool, right? And yay! Thank you, Auntie Sheila, for helping Grandma text back. Yay! Grandma's on the live. But yes, I would love to be able to do a fundraiser for her where any money that I make off of the mask will go straight back to my grandma. If I can help her pay her rent, that would be awesome. So I can't wait to see them. I know all my friends here are like, call me as soon as it arrives. And they're not even plant people. Well, Shannon and Tristan, they've been on the channel before, and they have plants for me, of course. But they're not like avid plant people like us. And yay, Grandma! Grandma Janet. They're really excited for the mask. They're like, call us. And oh yeah, Kira got mask too. Grandma direct shipped it to Las Vegas to Kira, so she already got her mask. But I'm looking forward to see the plant printed masks of the leftover material from our merchandise that my grandma made for the channel. Which, by the way, speaking of which, I have just a couple more black totes that my grandma had sold for my merchandise for my channel, and that is it. We sold out on everything. So if you guys want my Planting with Jewelyn tote that my grandma made, I just have a few more, and that can be shipped out worldwide. It doesn't matter if you're in the States or not. And you can have a one-of-a-kind Planting with Jewelyn tote made from my grandma's very own loving heart and hands. Look at this crazy thing. So grandma has my Auntie Sheila to help message her. That's cool. And actually, my Auntie Sheila, my uncle's wife, actually worked in a plant nursery. Isn't that interesting? But I was a little girl back then, so I didn't understand back then how cool it was gonna be now to say that. I think that's pretty fun. Okay, so look at this thing, how it's looking. What do you guys think I should do? Should I cut here? Or should I cut here so that it can grow up? Yeah, planting is in my blood for sure. My grandma, growing up in the country on the Big Island, she helped her parents with the garden. So my grandma has been planting from a little girl. That was like her candy, planting fruits and vegetables. So yeah, it is in my blood. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna cut here, I'm thinking, right? Yes, grandma was planting from back in the day as a little girl, so it's definitely in our blood. And my mom used to be into cacti. And I wish I had pictures of that, Mom. I wish you had that. Yeah, yep. Kira was actually all over Las Vegas today, and if you look at our text message history, hey, thank you, Audrey. Let me see what you're saying here. Oh, thank you. I'll be sending that to my grandma. Thank you so much. So can you tell me what city you're in so my grandma knows what city you're in? I think it's fun that plant life is universal, especially with this platform where it's worldwide. But put the city, state, country that you're in, everybody, so my grandma can see where you guys are tuning in from, because my grandma just adores the channel. My grandma and my mom watches every single video every day, and they support me. I'm not gonna cry, but they support me every day, whether it's watching, whether it's helping the channel. So yeah, Orlando, Florida. The only place I've been to is in Florida is Boca and Miami. I love Miami Beach. Yay, hopefully we can go back to Arizona one of these days. I have a lot of favorite places I like to eat there. Switzerland, hey, San Diego. My mom actually lived in PB for a little bit. Yes, and that was really fun. New Jersey, never been there. Hey, Santa Monica, you're in the bubble. East Tennessee, never been there. Super cool. You guys are awesome. I love it. And you know what? On my channels, I love sharing that plant life is universal. No matter where I go around the world, even when I was in the Philippines. Yay! Yeah, thanks for the donation. I'm glad to give whatever you guys donate to my grandma. She's a hard worker, and it's just sad that she's all the way out in Hilo and not here with the collection and Evie and I. But soon, that'll change in the future. But I like being able to share plant life around the world. That's the most funnest part for me, is being able to go out there and share what plant life is like. When I was in the Philippines and literally on those little islands in the middle of nowhere, these little, I don't like to call them shacks because I don't want to say they're shacks, but literally in the middle of nowhere, they had plants in front of their home. Of course, they're not the bougie, rare, you know, plants that everybody wants on Instagram, but it was plants, and they had it in plastic buckets because that's what they have and that's what they could afford or gather to store their plants. A lot of coconut husk also, which is super interesting because a lot of my epiphytic plants love to live in coco coir. So to see the plants styled in coconuts were super cool. So if you haven't watched my Philippines content on both of my channel, check it out. I actually stopped on the side of the road in one of those houses on the islands and asked if I could film their plants because I thought it was super cool, and I like to inspire people that no matter where you live around the world, what your budget is, what your income is, there's always room for plant life. And that's one of my favorite things to share on this channel, especially being a travel vlogger. I can do both at once, plants and travel. So I think I'm going to snip here, right? So that I can keep this here. And then this is what we'll do. Oh no, I'm gonna have tons of babies, you guys. Maryland. I've never been to Maryland. One of these days. if you guys haven't watched the vlog channel, I'm super into van life and tiny house living. My goal is to do van life part-time and to drive from one part of the country to the other and film for both of my channels. I also love camping and nature, and Abby loves van life and hiking and all that stuff too, and camping, so that's definitely like a dream of mine. So yes. Oh, you know, Hawaii life, people be growing all kinds of stuff in Hawaii. So this is what it looked like. Do you guys agree that I made the right cut? This looks pretty good, right? I'm so excited to see the parts that I keep. And I also have my many misting bottles. I have one in the studio. I have one out here. Oh, okay. Kira's suggesting that I water propagate. I can do some for water propagation. Can anyone? Okay, this is one thing that I want to say. That cool thing about live is I can ask you guys questions and get an answer right away. So tell me in the comments down below, what was the last plant you bought? And did you buy it in person or did you buy it online? I want to know. When was the last time you bought a plant? Hi. So, question of the minute. When was the last time you bought a plant? What was it? And did you buy it in person or did you buy it online, or did you adopt it? Did somebody give it to you? Did you find it? I would love to know in the comments. Okay. So you're a crazy plant lady. You bought plants today. Okay, what kind of Hoya? I have a huge Hoya collection that I love. You guys have been loving the Hoyas and buying a lot of Hoyas from me, so that's super cool. I love seeing updated photos, so if you ever bought plants from me, please DM me photos of your plant babies and send me updates, because I love seeing how they do. So, oh my goodness, I think I have 40 babies already, but I feel pretty good. Here's the status of the mother plant. I think it's doing good. Okay, philodendron red emerald. Okay, yeah, it's nice to support local. And you know what the sad thing is like right now here in California, or in my part of the world, a lot of nurseries, guys, are closed. You cannot go in and shop, and that's the fun part. That's such a fun part of plant life, is being able. Yes, I still have my big Hoya. It's actually right there on the left of me, and you'll see on Tuesday's video, I was actually vlogging me just kind of taking a baby from the top that was rooted, and then I took one out and I was like, oh no, I think I should switch to the main channel just in case I do something. I can at least share this big monumental moment. Oh, a palm. Okay. Yeah, but a lot of nurseries right now are closed, which is so sad. Like, say like the mom and pop nurseries, they're closed, which is so sad. Because it takes the fun out of trying to find a plant, you know, because they speak to you. Okay. Oh, Calatheas. Calatheas. I actually have a Calathea, is it mosaic, from my trade with my subscriber. If you guys seen that trade, it's living in my bathroom. I won't go out of my way to buy a Calathea because they are very dramatic plants. But you know, maybe Calatheas are your thing. Do you hear that? My fountain is slowly drifting away. That is so sad. I'm gonna have to fill it up or reset it. In fact, you know what? Let me see if I can reset it by unplugging and plugging it in. And then tomorrow morning, I'll fill up the fountain. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Anyway, this looks great, and we're moving along. Calatheas, yes, I was talking about Calatheas. You guys have to help me out. So Calatheas, I'm not a fan of. They're very finicky plants, but I know a lot of you guys have big Calathea collections, which is super cool. But for me, Hoyas, philodendrons, Sansevierias for sure are like my top 3 that I get attracted to, and Rhipsalises. I'll do a philodendron collective soon. Ever since my pink princess died, it's been really hard for me to do a philodendron collective. Ooh, yeah, Calatheas. So anyway, I have the mosaic that I got from my trade with my subscriber. Has some curling leaves and okay. And a little bit of browning on the leaves. Yeah, Calatheas, guys. Oh my gosh, Calatheas. And that Calathea is living on my hanger right above my shower. But I told my subscriber, Candy, I don't know if she's watching the live right now or will watch this video later, that I would try my best to keep it alive. Also, some Sigoniums can be fussy, some. Let me know, what do you guys think about that? Calatheas, some of them do good and some of them don't. Oh yes, I hate that. I hate that some garden centers and plant nurseries stick artificial flowers on cacti. That makes me so sad. That's plant abuse. Okay, here's the status. Do you guys see that? Abby's thinking like, what's going on, Mom? Why are you outside talking to your phone? Hi, love. Do you want another treat? Just a small one? You have to take your medication after. Look at her. Come. Yay! So that the live can see you. She had 11 teeth taken out. Poor little munchkin. You're a trooper though. And I know she keeps looking at me at this hour like, where is the BONE? Okay. Yeah, you know, my Sigoniums. Oh, by the way, can you guys see this epiphyllum here? Yeah, Abby's hanging out. Let me bring the epiphyllum more in the frame so you guys can see. Can you guys see the epiphyllum? Ooh, I love lucky bamboos. I like to gift them to my friends too and my clients. Ooh, a rickrack. By the way, I gave Kira 2 rickracks because her first one died. Okay. I don't know how that monstera looks like. I'm gonna have to look that up. Maybe stay here, honey. Okay. It's dark outside, so I don't want you roaming around. Yeah, so hopefully, Kira, your second rickrack will do better. I know. Her bangs are so funny right now. Okay. Let's go through this. So can you guys tell me what time it is wherever you guys are tuning in right now? I would like to know what time it is where you're at. Holler at me in the comments so I know what time it is where you are, and let me know if this is a good time for you guys to hop on a live. So I'm taking this, keeping this. Okay, almost 11. You know what? A lot of people are hanging out on YouTube watching videos anyway at 11 at night. So I think wow, 1 a.m. Ooh, 8 a.m. Where are you tuning in from? Well, you know what? All those times is good. 2 a.m. You're a crazy plant lady. 7 a.m. in Scotland. Okay, that's good. You can rise and shine with me on a live. I like that a lot. 2 a.m. Oh my goodness, I got several crazy plant ladies in here, or plant daddies in here. Is there any guys in the live right now? Any guys? Or is it all women in here tonight? 2 a.m. You guys are awesome for hopping on the live at 2 a.m. Are you guys staying up just for me, or is it like the normal hour you guys are up? 2 a.m. You guys are nuts. Yeah, holy smokies. You guys are crazy plant people. That's my kind of people. Sometimes, you know what? Actually, Kira and I were actually on the phone the other night. In fact, even last night. Oh, you guys are awesome. In fact, last night, Kira and I were talking plants. I kid you not, I was out here with my flashlight at midnight showing her my epiphyllum blooms in the front of my house. I'm that crazy. So yes, I have those crazy moments like talking plants till 2 a.m. with my plant friend, my bestie Kira in Vegas. But thank you guys for hanging out, and hopefully you find this entertaining. And truly, honestly, oh yay, we have a guy in here, yay! Honestly, like propagating, you wouldn't appreciate propagating unless you're a crazy plant person. Yay! Yeah, grab your favorite drink, wine, tea, whatever floats your boat, and just sit down and relax and unwind. And I love being able to plant talk and hang out with you guys and fix my plant babies. And really, truly, only a crazy plant lady or plant daddy would know the true value of propagating. Because if somebody that wasn't into plants looked and seeing what I was doing right now, they would think I'm probably crazy. What are you doing? But you guys are all crazy with me, so you guys can appreciate me doing little projects like this. And imagine when these all grow up, I'll have a full plant again, and then I can give some to my plant friends, and maybe I can give some for giveaways. I think it'd be super cool too that I can give maybe a bunch of babies as a giveaway. I think that would be fun too. And it's also fun to see plants that I get from subscriber and plant friends. Yay! Propagation for more babies and saving the look of the plant. Okay. You know what? Speaking of which, I hope the Rose Bowl flea market opens up. I miss the Rose Bowl. And luckily, I took my subscriber, plant friend, client Sonia with me to the Rose Bowl flea market. It was her first time, and literally right after that, the city closed down. So I'm glad we went. I didn't buy any plants because I had everything already, but I got a lot of vintage clothes. Look, we're coming to the near end of this particular mother plant. I have a few more that I want to fix up, but I'm having a nice place to go. Yep. Okay. You guys are all crazy tuning in at 2 a.m. I love that. And you know what? Right now, most of the world can't go out at all. So where are you gonna go if you want to go out? You can't go out. So this is your going out right here. Hanging out on my live at this hour. Yeah, so anyway guys, this is my epiphyllum bloom that opened up last night overnight. And I came out at midnight to show my grandma and Kira on a video call with my flashlight, because I like to have this in the front of my home. That's where it lives. But like during the day, I like to bring it in my patio. Oh, you want a closer view? Okay. I like to bring it in my patio during the day, so I can look at it from if I'm sitting and editing. So, oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. 1, 2 a.m. But at least my people on the other side of the road are waking up with me right now. Okay, let's bring this up here. Here it is. So this bloom right here, guys, do you see that? This just opened up tonight, literally tonight, and I don't want to fuss with it because it's in between like some major trailing, but this is the bloom that opened up tonight. And this one opened up last night. Yay! You guys see that? There's a few more blooms. This is one of my prized plants. I have a soft spot for this one because of the beautiful blooms. Let's smell it. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, kind of smells like a plumeria or a gardenia. I've never smelled it before. Do rickracks bloom? Mines have never bloomed. Maybe it does, but mines have never bloomed. So, anybody has a rickrack that ever bloomed? Mines have never bloomed. But this is the first time I've ever smelled the bloom. And it smells like a cross between a plumeria and a gardenia. Yeah, you guys. Okay, you know what? Let me finish up fixing up these babies really quickly, and then I'm gonna show you how my preserved blooms that I took so far looks like, and I'll also show you at the end of today's live, what my Hoya multiflora blooms look like, and that'd be like a nice way to tie up tonight's live. Okay, I have just some of these tails here that I want to fix up really quickly. Yeah, my rickrack has never bloomed on me, so I don't think it blooms. But my little rickrack blooms are, no, my little epiphyllum, no, see, I'm getting all mixed up. My Rhipsalis, my very rare Rhipsalis that I'm looking at right now, gives the tiniest cute little white blooms. So Rhipsalis, the Rhipsalis has some really cute little blooms. I'm gonna try to preserve that, so we'll see. So, what am I gonna do with you? Now, question, should I keep this and stick this in soil, or should I just keep the tail end here and propagate the rest? What do you guys think? What do you guys do? You could go both ways, because you could do something like this where you just keep the top. I could maybe match it. Maybe. We are busy in this tray here. I have like a whole farm again. And with my collection being around 600, I try to not propagate if I don't have to. Like, I'll propagate from plants that I know my subscribers would want to buy from me, so those I propagate. But little projects like this, it's you need real estate to do these types of things. Luckily I have a studio and a patio, but I know a lot of you guys, I mean, I know for me at one point, oh yeah, the donkey's tail and the burro's tail, yeah, they do bloom. I know, like, for me, like, I remember back in the day, I didn't have a patio. I didn't have like the outdoor space. So for me to do propagation, if I still lived in those situations, I wouldn't be able to propagate because I absolutely wouldn't have the space. So kind of just depends like what your setup is. Like for me, I have a potting bench, and at one point I never had a space for a potting bench, so something like this. I think I did, and it died. Yeah, I know, that was like 4 or 5 years ago, right, when we started propagating. It was a whole situation. I used to saran wrap the top of spice bottles, puncture a hole in it, and I would sit the pup in here, and then like you would see a baby and roots in the water, and I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. I'm trying to think. I wonder if any of my plant babies now are grown up from that. All right, so we're moving along, and I think I like the choices that I'm doing. Let me know, what do you guys think? You guys are so quiet. What are you guys doing? These lives are interesting because usually like I can film, I can edit, and I can, you know, have whatever I want on the video at the end. But lives are interesting because I know you guys are all watching me, but no judgment, right? No judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. There's so many ways you can propagate. Yay! Hey, how are you? You know what, it's so cool. I've been seeing you guys' Hoya updates, and I just love that you guys love the Hoyas. But I also try to show like my peperomias for sale because I love peperomias, and I feel sad that nobody wants to buy peperomias. You guys all want the Hoyas. I think maybe it's in fad right now. I'm not too sure because I've had Hoyas for several years now, but everybody seems to want Hoyas right now, which is fine because my Hoyas in general are so easy to propagate. I mean, If a piece falls off, you can propagate it that way, or you can take it by sections. Yeah, I get it. I have a huge Hoya collective. I'll do an updated one soon. I remember when I first moved my Hoya compacta that's over 5 feet long. Yay! Grandma's working right now on the mask. Yay! Okay, we got a Peperomia lover in here. DM me on Instagram because I like to be able to have conversations with you guys to see exactly what you want. Because as long as it doesn't ruin my mother plant, I can take a look at the plant and see what you have. Also, my greenhouse has a lot of babies that are propagating and rooted. Hey, hi from Japan, yay! Super cool. You guys are all around the world. You guys are awesome plant people. I love that. But yeah, there's always different things growing in my greenhouse. Like right now in my greenhouse, I have a lot of Hoyas. I have Hoya Bella. I have like Hoya Carnosa Tricolor, Crimson Princess, Crinkle 8, Obovata, and a few other Hoyas. But I have a bunch growing in my greenhouse right now. And then I also have some philodendrons. And then like on one section of my greenhouse, I also have things I'm trying to like keep alive. For my Hoyas, there's two ways that I do it. For my Hoyas, I either put them in leca or I just put them in a chunky mix and try to not overwater. And I experiment, but for the most part, in my greenhouse is all soil. And the few Hoyas I have in leca are all on my shelf in my studio, which I will do maybe a different live in the future where I just do things with my plant shelf and organize and put new things. Because right now my shelf has a lot of propagated babies in there in water and leca right now, and my grow light is on. Also, let me know in the comments down in the live. I always say let me know in the comments down below. Let me know, leave a comment down below if you guys have a grow light setup, and what do you have growing under the green light? I would love to know that. Hey Brazil, nice to see you. I think for Japan it's in the afternoon right now. I think they're 16 hours ahead. The Hoya Carrii, I've had several Hoya Carriis, and I had 3 green ones and 2 variegated ones. Yeah, see, I figured like 233. I've had, what part of Japan, by the way? I love Japan. I've been to Japan 3 times and I've been all over. Okay, so you want that Hoya. It's, you know what? Hoya Carriis, out of all the Hoyas, well, Curtsii 2 is also another dramatic one. I bought that 2 or 3 times and it died. Carrii, I bought that 3 times, it died. Variegated, I bought it twice. Yokohama, okay, I never been to Yokohama before, of all places. I've been to Tokyo, Osaka, Sapporo, Niseko, Kyoto, Kobe, and all over Tokyo. And I would like to go back and film some plant life there. That'd be really fun to do. Okay, so I have a bunch of babies in here, and in a video that I filmed, which you'll probably see on the channel way after this live, I had fixed up another succulent baby and I took all these petals off. So these little props, I'm going to just lay them here and they can join the family. This is going to be a little succulent farm. But anyway, does anybody have a grow light set up? And what's under your grow light? I'm curious to know what's under the grow light. And how long have you had grow lights? Because right now, what's under my grow light is all propagated baby. Yep. Okay, we got people from all corners of the world. Okay, 4 hanging grow lights, begonias, Rhipsalis, monsters, alocasia, colocasia. Oh, okay. You know, alocasias, colocasias, they're hard plants, man. They like to be in that moist, like humidifying environment. So I'm sure you have a humidifier. Okay, so I have all of these babies. You guys are you guys hanging in there with me as I make my farm. This is gonna be interesting because I think I can fill up this whole tray with just the few babies I brought out. I have more in the greenhouse. We'll take care of it in the next live. And if you guys have a project like this, you can hang out with me and do the same. But yeah, once you start getting all those accessories, plant life can be very expensive. Humidifiers, grow lights, all of that. It gets really expensive, but you can do it on a budget too. You can do it on a budget too. You don't need to get all fancy and get those extra things. So, oh, also another question to ask the live. And also, if you're watching this not in real time and watching this on the channel later after the live, leave it in the comments. How long have you guys been doing plant life? Let me know. And what did you start off doing for plant life? Was it like fruits and vegetables, or annuals, perennials, or straight up house plants, cacti, succulents? Like, what got you started and what are you collecting now? So let me know, how long have you guys been doing plant life? I think it'd be fun to see in the live and in the comments to see how long, because you know, there might be some newbies that just started out, and there might be some people who's been doing it for 10, 20 years. So it'd just be fun to see the different stages of plant life you guys are in right now. Yeah, you know what? I could. It's have a company to sponsor me for a grow light. I'm trying to think where I put it. Or maybe I could put it on my other shelf. Anybody drinking anything right now, or is it me? Am I the only one drinking tea right now? I'm trying to fix up this guy here. Now I'm hopefully not getting mixed up. Let's not mix up these babies here. I started 4 years ago. Okay, wow. House plants. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of plants. Few years ago, 2 or 3. Okay. Cool. It's interesting to see the lifespan of how long people have been doing plant life and what got them started. For me, I was really into gardening when I lived in Hawaii. Like, I was always in the backyard growing fruits and vegetables, and I would do a lot of banana bread because we had banana trees in our yard. And I got really interested in like the satisfaction of being able to take from like plants after. Yay, drinking tea. And cool. Houseplants, yay. And then eventually when I moved up to California, when I was in nursing school, I was really into getting cut flowers because I didn't have time to do houseplants, but I was into orchids a lot. So I had a lot of orchids. So yay, we got a lot of tea drinkers. So cheers to all my tea drinkers or wine drinkers out there. I don't grow anything that blooms except if a houseplant blooms, like begonias, Hoyas. And of course we have the succulent blooms, you know. I have like Haworthias, Kalanchoe, Calantros, however you want to pronounce it. They bloom. So the succulent blooms, and my crown of thorns, my Echeveria is in bloom. And things like that. But I don't have any like any flowering plants that attract like pollinators. Is that what you call them? Let's fix this. This looks funny. Look at that. We don't want you growing sideways. Arville came to check on me to see if I'm okay. She's like, Mom, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, come to bed. Munchkin, I'll give you your medicine after this, but I can give you another treat. Okay. Just a small one. I'm giving small little ones. Here we go. Come here. Ooh. Can you chew it? With 11 teeth taken out? That's it. Okay. Cool. Yes. Trust me. if you've watched me for a while,
Yeah, so well, sometimes like she sleeps all day while I edit.
Actually, for me with plants, I will buy a plant once. If I see the plant again and I really love it and it's slightly different, it can just be one leaf different or it could be a different size and I love the plant, I will repurchase the plant. And I've done that many of times where repurchasing a plant, and either what I would do is if it looks the same, to just help with real estate, I'll combine them together to make a fuller plant. Or if they have slight different characteristics, then I would separate them and just have them styled in two different parts of my collection. But no, I definitely do repurchase plants. But yeah, I need to do an updated collective video for my Sansevieria collection. Hey! She's totally going in the bag right now. You can't go in the treat bag, Evie. She like totally had her face in it. No, honey. This girl, I wasn't paying attention and she snuck up on it. Okay, we have a few more and then I will show you the blooms. Are you guys hanging out? Still there? Anybody there? I'm going to take a few off on the bottom. Can you guys imagine this whole thing filled sooner than later? It's so cool to see people from different parts of the world into plants. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Yes, I have a soft spot for Sansevierias. They're weird, they're interesting, and I mean, once you start getting into like different variegations, and I mean, it goes on and on. So here we go. I love Sansevierias. Sansevierias, Hoyas, philodendrons, Rhipsalises. I will always say yes. There's no doubt about that. I'm gonna cut this here. We'll keep this. Do you guys think I'm making the right propagated choices? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, so we're over an hour now. So after this here, I'm going to show you the bloom, what they look like right now, preserved. So these will root, they'll start giving me signs of growth probably in the next 2 weeks or something. Maybe I might see little roots, pups, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. But they need to callus first. Abby-chan, why are you looking at mommy like that? She's like, what are... Like, seriously, she's so funny. I was gonna bring my camera to face her, but she thinks like we're going somewhere. So I just want to take these and fix this really quickly. And then I'm gonna go into my studio really quickly to show you. Yeah, some plants are very finicky. Yes, I still am planning on doing resin art with my blooms. Right now they're in silica gel, and I'm definitely newbie. This is my first time ever doing silica gel and resin, and I am filming it for the main channel to show you my experience doing it for the first time. But my client who has been on my channel before, Sonia, she got me a Mother's Day bouquet, and I want to preserve those and use those as my practice. Like if I'm gonna do maybe 3 practice rounds with those blooms first, and then and then I'm gonna go in with my epiphyllum blooms, and hopefully I've been like watching a lot of resin videos for the last year, so I got this. It's just, you know, with anything with art, you gotta try it a few times and hopefully. Dogtail cactus. I've never seen that before. Can you DM me that on my plant Instagram, a picture of it? With cacti, I usually just take, you know, little pups from it from the bottom. because usually either they'll just like, say for instance like opuntias, you can just take like the pads or the tails off and propagate that way. Okay, so you guys want to see current status of the tray? Look at this. Do you guys see this? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, so anyway, and be nice to me in the comments, guys, with my silica gel and resin videos, because I'm a newbie, and just like with my experimenting with leca, I'm sharing it on the channel, my experience and my journey, in hopes that maybe I can inspire you to do the same, or you can learn from my mistakes, right? So don't be too hard on me in the comments when I post my experience with doing this resin art. Okay, so now what I want to do is quickly, to wrap up this propagation, I'm gonna get all these here and I'm just gonna stick them in like so, and I'll keep you guys posted on the status of the babies. I'm so glad that you guys were able to hang out with me while I propagate, because this is something I've been putting off for a couple weeks now, and I just haven't been doing it because I've been doing a lot of things to get my collection ready to film for my tour. Also, one thing I do want to announce is I do my videos, daily videos, live at 5 a.m. on both of my channels, right? But for my plant tour, my 4-part series, I'm going to be doing it as a premiere. And I'm trying to figure out what time I'm going to do the premiere so that I can live chat with you guys while the video is premiering. And that's like one way for me to connect with you guys. And it'll be a fun way for me to put the video on the channel doing a premiere. So I will be doing that in the upcoming tour. So let's do this. I'm not picky, you know what I mean? This is temporary housing, guys. I'm not gonna get crazy, you know, just as long as they're in there together, because they're from the same plant. Ebby, don't worry about the squirrel. She was about to go into the bush to go patrol. It's okay, honey, okay? You just hang out. There's certain ones that are... So this is what it looks like. Do you guys see that? What do you guys think? Better? This, it'll be okay. I think it's much better than what it was. Smaller babies, I'm gonna just leave it in here. And these are gonna go in the greenhouse on the bottom shelf with the rest of, yay! Yeah, I love, you know what? Whenever I see a subscriber that's a guy, like when I bumped into that subscriber in the Philippines in Cebu, I was happy that he was a guy. I like seeing guys into plants too. I love it that like it's very unisex. Have you ever seen a picture of an old girl? Yes, you know what? A lot of the nurseries here in Southern California, when you walk into their space, they have all these old fountains or new fountains, cement fountains filled with succulents, and it's just part of the nursery. And so I see it all the time. I've been in at least 10 different nurseries where they have fountains and bird feeders and water baths that are filled with succulents trailing out of it. Everywhere from Long Beach to Santa Barbara, I've seen nurseries display succulents like that. And I have a bird bath that I got thrifted from Vegas. It's cobalt blue, but I'm using it as a plant stand for my red Congo. No, I don't grow any edibles. I just have my strawberry plant that I got from Carrie, my plant friend, as a gift. But I try to not veer off from what I do, which is houseplants, cacti, and succulents. So I try to not. But I mean, I grew up with a lot of mango trees. Okay, so they're all in here. Do you guys think this is acceptable for now? They're just gonna grow in the greenhouse. And when they get bigger, then I can readjust them. But this is just for now. And you know, I'm not trying to have 20 separate planters for these that I didn't totally take apart. You know, I'm trying to save room because my greenhouse right now is super full. Okay. What do you mean I'm not keeping you up all night? I'm gonna wrap up the video after I show you guys my blooms. So, are you guys ready for the final look? Phase 1. Yes, and I'm gonna show you my Hoya multiflora blooming right now to wrap up the video after I show you currently what my blooms that I'm preserving looks like. Okay, so hold on tight because I'm gonna have to step out of the frame really quickly. But I wanted to show you my end result of tonight's propagation, saving the plant babies, and what they look like. And here it is. Ta-da! Do you guys see it? Do you guys see it? I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so happy you guys were able to keep me company while I do this. So give me a second while I go and get my blooms. If I can stand up, I was sitting for a while. So this is what they look like. Okay, yes, and you know what? Give it like a couple days. When they callus over, then you're gonna go ahead and mist them, and then they'll be happy. And I'm gonna keep them like in a shaded area. So let me take off my apron and let me go get my blooms so I can show you what the current vibes are. 1 second. Okay, here we are, guys. Still with me? No, I let it lay over and I let it callus over. Some people callus their pups on a cordboard, but like I'm not gonna water them, so like I won't put any, sorry epiphyllum, I'm not gonna put any water on it until a couple days from now when it calluses over. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hopefully I inspired you guys to do the same for your succulents that don't look at its best. Please don't throw it away, save it. You know, if I wanted to, I could give a handful away to my plant friends and help them grow their collection. And it's fun to watch them grow from little babies like this. So now, are you guys excited to see what the blooms look like? So, I feel like it's just like show and tell. When I was a little girl, I used to like doing show and tell. Maybe that's why I like being a content creator. So, this is what it looks like. Okay, and please, don't hate me in the comments and be like, you need to be wearing a mask. Silica gel is not good to breathe in. I know. Okay, so it's hard to see it, but anyway, they're all in here, and I've tried to lay them on its back so that when I pick it up in the future to put it in silica. So this is what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna open up the bloom probably on its back and place it in resin. So that's what one of them looks like. And all of the blooms I've preserved this way. And I'm doing a whole video for the main channel of me doing it. Again, this is my first time ever doing something like this, so I'm not an expert. I'm just sharing with you guys my journey. Okay, so they look, you know, they look interesting. I'm not gonna get mad. This is the way how they preserve. I can't get mad at that, you know, like the colors there. And hopefully my all my years of scrapbooking and DIYs and crafts is gonna come into play when I lay them in resin and open up the bloom to the best of its ability, and I'm able to have it in resin. Now, I'll show you what's currently in my silica gel. I have 2 lilies, and let me know in the comments whether on the live or when this video goes up on the channel, if you're not watching it in real time, if you ever did silica gel projects, and if you ever had preserve a lily, because these are my test blooms. And yeah, I can't wait to share it on the channel, because I'm only gonna preserve the blooms that come through the collection, not go out and buy plants that have blooms. So just for my personal collection. I have 2 lilies in here, as well as an epiphyllum under here in the center. Yes, so that I am taking my blooms to the next level, because last year when my epiphyllums, my hybrid bloomed, this guy here, I was so upset that I didn't do anything about it. It comes once a year during Mother's Day week. That is it. These blooms will last 2 days around, and then they'll die, and I was so upset I didn't preserve it. I took pictures. I did a Meet My Plant episode, and I'm doing another Meet My Plant episode to show the cycle of the blooms. So that's one video that you'll get from this plant baby, and then you're gonna get a separate video of me doing the blooms in silica gel, and then you're gonna get a third video of me doing resin for the first time. But with that being said, I'm doing a practice round because I don't want to mess up the epiphyllum blooms. So I have 2 lilies in here, and I'll slowly cover them. And I'm telling you guys, I get crafty. We have a makeup fan brush that's been sitting on my vanity, never used. I have tweezers, and I have other things that I use for like doing rhinestone, like blinging out my costumes, and like that's how I cover the blooms. That's how I pick up the blooms. But I tried 2 other lilies last night, and I don't know if it's because it was too late, like the tips were starting to brown, and I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta throw it in silica gel because I had some space, because my hybrid epiphyllum blooms come first. And since I have 1 epiphyllum bloom right now in here, I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw 2 of the lilies in. But last night I did 2 lilies that were like starting to look sad, and when I took it out, I still have it. It was like on the tips were all brown and the center were pink. So with that being said, I did it too late. So today I put these 2 lilies in, and I hope that it is not too late to still capture the true color. But with silica gel, you should be wearing a mask, and don't touch it if you can. Avoid touching it because it'll irritate your skin, and it's not good to breathe in. So anyway, in here I have my 2 practice blooms, my lilies, which I'm gonna be sharing on the vlog channel, me doing the practice blooms with resin and stuff, and the silica gel. So you'll see that on the vlog channel, and on the main channel you're gonna see the epiphyllum blooms. So anyway, it's all in here. Now to wrap up today's live, because I've been on this live for quite some time, and I told myself I would only be here an hour, but you guys are still with me. Let's show you, to wrap up the video, my beautiful Hoya multiflora. Give it up for this beautiful Hoya. And here is the beautiful blooms. You guys see that? Comment down below if you have the Hoya multiflora. Has it ever bloomed on you before? What I will be doing with this is I will be putting it in silica gel, and then I'm going to put it in resin. So very different compared to the Hoya compacta, Hoya bella blooms. And I just absolutely love them. So honestly, like, I wish I had preserved my Hoya compacta blooms, because when it was gifted to me, that whole 5-6 feet long compacta was full of blooms. So anyway, I wanted to end today's live with this beautiful Hoya multiflora blooms, which I am going to preserve in silica gel and resin. So stay tuned for that. I'm definitely taking this to the next level. And this is the current vibe of the multiflora. There will be more. There will be more blooms popping up, and I do have 4 rooted babies of the multiflora, so they're living in my greenhouse. So if you guys are interested in the Hoya multiflora, reach out to me if you guys are living in the States. But this is my mother plant. More blooms to come. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on my second live. Sound off in the comments, guys, that you were able to come on the live. and what city, state, country you live in, so that I know if this was a good time or not. And my next live, would you guys like me to hop on at the same time? I would also like to know that, because that's something that I'm trying to figure out. What's a nice time to hop on live? And I like coming on at this time because the patio's dark and you guys never see the space at night or see me do planting at night on the channel. So it's just something fun and special and very relaxing and just like stress-free. Okay, this is a stress-free zone. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed my live. Definitely a true crazy plant person, whether you're a male or female, can appreciate propagation and hang out with me and stick along with me while I do my propagation projects, because I know if somebody wasn't into plants, they probably would feel like that was very boring to watch. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for tuning in from different parts of the world, and let me know if this was a good time for you guys to hop on a live. And you know, I tried to do it on the weekend because maybe some of you guys are working and can't come on at this time during the weekday, so I'm thinking about that as well. And yes, the mask from my grandma is going to be arriving Wednesday with the cute prints from my leftover material from my merchandise. So if you guys want to support the channel and support my grandma, this is like the perfect way to give back to her. Purchasing a mask, all of the proceeds will go straight back to her as a fundraiser. I would like to help her out with her rent and just something nice, because she's always been on the channel and she always takes care of the collection, and it's just my way of showing love back to her. So yes, DM me. I'll be hopefully able to show the mask in person in my hand on this week's weekend check-in on Thursday. And once, I think maybe in June, we'll see, because currently we're still in lockdown. I can't go into the studio and teach right now, but once the cities are totally open up, my weekend check-in for my quarantine series that I've been doing every Thursday now for the last 2 months, I'm gonna switch it over to plant life weekend check-in, where I check in on Thursdays talking about the good, the bad, the stressful moments of plant life, what plants is giving me drama, what I want to do for the next week, and you know, things like that. So I'm going to switch it over to a plant life weekend check-in once this situation is switched up. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. When this video goes on the channel for another video, because it will, once I close this live, it'll eventually go up on the channel that you can rewatch it. Leave a comment down below and let me know that you guys were able to tune in. You can reach me if you have Instagram, Planting with Jewelyn on Instagram, and DM me if you're interested in a mask. And the mask can be shipped worldwide, and the more masks you buy, the better of a discount I can give you as far as for shipping and all of that. And it's gonna be fun. My grandma sent me 40 something masks that are in that plant print from the leftover material from my merchandise, and she's sending another 40 something that are plain print, because maybe people might not want to rock a plant print on their face. So that's option B. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. You can rewatch this video and do planting with me. If you weren't able to tune in live, you can also rewatch it on your own time. And Ebby's barking now, so I'm gonna wrap up the video. I don't have my watch on me because it's charging. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much, and hugs and kisses and lots of green hugs from my bubble to yours here in Santa Monica, California. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica, California. Bye guys.